Hey, this is Glendon with your Monday morning pep talk. Title of this joint, The Theater of Fear. Right now it's Monday morning and there's this feeling in the pit of your stomach. It's just gnawing at you. It's a feeling of uneasiness. And you're thinking because you dread going to work, or you're going to do something that you really don't want to do. But that's not it. That's not the problem. The problem is you. Somewhere inside of you, there's a dream, there's hope, there's something that you want to do. It's there. And every day, it gets further and further away. For some of you, this thing, this dream, whatever it is, it's been there since you were a kid. For others, it's a recent development, but the feeling's still the same. And what you are is a cast member in the theater of fear. You want to do it, but you're afraid. And here are some of the reasons. It may not work out, which is true. You may fail. People may laugh at you. It may set your life on a path that you can't come back from. All of this is true. Now the converse is, it may be liberating. It may give you the life that you want. You may be happier than you've ever been in your life. I'm going to share experience with you. I've always wanted to write stuff. It really became pronounced about 1997 because I would doodle and, a little background. Took 4 years of commercial art and, I used to be able to draw. I might still be able to draw if I tried. I just don't do it. And it just kind of matriculated into writing. And I wanted to do it so bad. I was running around saying, yeah, I want to be a writer. I want to be a writer. And everybody's looking at me like, fool, shut up. Writers don't make that much money. Writers, it's rare for someone to get to the top. Yada, yada, yada. And I listened. I kind of calmed down. And then 3 years later, I tried again. And then life smacked me upside the head. And I didn't write anything for 8 years. And the reason I can tell you the exact date, it was July 17th, 2019. I decided to start writing again. This was when, from being sick and recovering. And I was like, look, I'm going to do this. If I fail, I fail. But at least I tried, and I will be able to be set in myself that at least I tried. At least I tried. And one of the things that happened from this thing that people told me about, that you can't make that much money, the success rate's not that great. I'm having the time of my life. Some of the best people I've met in my life have come into my life since I started writing. People actually do things for me. I got folks just like, hey, I'm doing this. Just incredible stuff. And I make a livable income, a very good income. Not as much as the storage auction business. I'm not going to sit there and lie to you. It's not like that. But in terms of trade-offs, pretty much do what I want to do most times, unless I got projects. I do work my ass off. I really do. But it's fun. And this would have not come about if I had not turned in my pass, turned in my costume, and told the theater agent that I was no longer going to be a member of this cast. I went ahead to the Theater of Progression. It's a different kind of group. It's a different tour. It's a different thing. And there's a lot of chances that happen, a lot of mistakes that happen, but you tend to regret the things you did not do in life more so than the things you messed up. I'm here to tell you. So as you sit there, putting on your tie, drinking your coffee in the theater of fear, realize time is not a given. You don't know how much time you have left. There may not be a tomorrow. We tend to put stuff off because, hey, I can do it later when the kids grow up, or when you may not have that type of time. My partner, who was extremely healthy, who ate right, who did everything, died of colon cancer at the age of 47. So, my own mortality was shaken. And then to watch her go through that process and ultimately pass on to the next level, it just taught me a lot. I learned a lot from her, as she was dying, about living. And what I'm telling you is, I'm not saying quit your job. I'm not saying do anything radical. I'm just saying get started on whatever you want to do. break it up into small little pieces and do what you can and work on it. I can guarantee you it'll be fulfilling. It'll give you new life. It'll make your life happier. You may have to work your ass off, but to me that's a fair trade-off to get the things you want. Because as long as you're a cast member in the theater of fear, this is what you're going to get. That Monday morning, that feeling in your life that things are just not complete. That little voice in your head saying, you can be better. But the other voice over there is saying, no, you can't. And this voice wins all the time. So go ahead. Go to the theater manager and say, look, I'm leaving today. Not tomorrow, not the next month, not the next. You're leaving today. And go ahead and put your application in to the theater of progression. They take anybody. Because it's the theater of progression. They take chances. Take anybody, you have a shot. And it's a wonderful journey. I will not bullshit you and say it's going to be easy. Because if you've been a cast member of the theater of fear for a long time, you've got some pretty bad habits. You don't try your best. And you're afraid of failure. Failure is not an ugly word. Failure is part of life. I've learned more from failure than success. Because failure, it gets up in there and it stays up there and it runs around and it hurts. It hurts. But through that hurt, you can gain life. Take some chances. So your mission for this week is to fill out your resignation letter for the theater of fear. You're leaving. You're going to get you a new gig. You're going to get you a new outlook, new perspective, and you're going to move forward. Because as long as you're a cast member of the theater of fear, I'm telling you, there's a lot of people there, 60, 70, 80 years old. One guy told me when I was there, he was like, I've been here 60 years and I haven't gotten a raise, but I can't leave because there's nothing else out there for me. I thought that was very sad. He scared the shit out of me. I turned in my resignation that day and I haven't looked back. So look, go ahead, write it up, put your resignation in. You don't have to do 2 weeks notice, nothing. It's just like once you put that resignation in there, the people at the theater of fear, they're like, oh, you got to go. You got to go. We can't have this positivity up in here. We can't have it. You must get your positive, happy, progressive ass out now. So don't even worry about the 2 weeks. Just go ahead. And I'm telling you, over here, there's a lot of happy people. There's some people that have had some highs and they had some lows, but there's parties, there's fruit punch, and there's cookies on Friday. I'm telling you, the cookies are really good. The cookies are awesome. So, do it this week. Do it today. Leave the theater of fear. All right, this is Glendon with your Monday Morning Pep Talk.